Hello, everybody. We're going to be painting a stone today instead of a mug. Balls. I'm trying to sharpen one of my charcoal pencils, and it's not cooperating. And now I am kicking myself for not picking up watercolor pencil crayons while I was at Michael's today. Hello, clean is cool. How are you doing? Try a different sharpener. Let's try a different one. I'm going to be drawing some guidelines on a stone that I made from a mold that came from Happy Dotting Company. Let me reach across here and grab it. Hey, Patty. And it was a stone that I made with some gypsum cement and a mold that I have. You took your nails off? Oh, I'm sorry that was frustrating for you. Hi, Nina. How you doing, love? It's good to see ya. I am sharpening a charcoal pencil very carefully. Normally, the tip breaks. So I'm trying very, very careful to get a nice sharp point. And we got one. So we're going to run with this. All right. We are going to be doing a Seed of Life design. Oh yeah, you're gonna paint with me. That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna find our center, the center of what we're painting. Now I'm gonna try and set my camera up a slightly different way if I can. I think I'm gonna have to move you guys around because this is not gonna give us the view that we want. And certainly not one that I can maintain. Well, maybe. No. Let's try that one. Let's try this. Let's see how it goes. I mean, it's not ideal, but we'll give it a shot. Hello, Zumafu. Hello, Go Mandalas. How are you? I'm glad I'm back on too. We are going to do a Seed of Life. So, to do that, is it just me or is it a very bad connection? Oh no, I hope not. Is anyone else having connection issues? Hey, honey's mama. Hey, Kay. It's Krista, right? Or am I thinking of somebody else's username? Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I should know this. I'm so sorry. Connection's okay there? Okay. How you doing, Mother of Odin? That's weird, eh? So if I go to about there, that is 5 centimeters. So then 2.5 centimeters is about where I want to be. It's Casey. I'm so sorry. There's some similar usernames. I'm like, I know you, but I mixed you up with somebody else's name. I'm so sorry. Okay, good. Hi, Chriselle. Oh, I'm glad that you're here. Well, perfect timing then. Let's see what we can do here for a Seed of Life. Just ordered dotting tools from Etsy. Yeah, woohoo! And that's Peggy. Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. I try really hard, I promise, to keep track. So what I did is I looked at the basic diameter of my stone. I cut that in half. Or sorry, the basic radius of my stone, and I cut that in half. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the center of my my compass to the edge. Any edge is going to go right through your center again. And now you've got 2 circles. Many long tasks to do, clean, diamond painting, but cleaning first. It'll be so worth it. Yay, more tools. I haven't tried any. I've tried a couple different tools. I've tried the acrylic rods from Dot Art Depot. I really liked those more than I expected to, because I've been using the DIY mandala stones for quite a while, and I really, really, really want to try the silicone tipped ones. I really want to try those. My friend Sharon has them, and I want to try them really bad. Okay, so then I'm going to move my compass to this intersection here, where the 2 circles intersect, and I'm going to place my compass there, and I'm going to draw another circle. It's going to go right through the center. Part 2. And I'm literally going to just keep going around till I've hit all of those intersections. I'm actually going to put a mark that this is my first intersection, just to keep my brain so I know where I'm going back to. Then right on that intersection, draw a circle. It'll go through the center. Sorry about my hand in the top. There we go. I've got my stone just resting on a sponge. This is not a natural stone. This is a stone that I made. I've got some molds, and I use gypsum powder, or it's a type of, oh, that's way off. What happened there? All right, hold on. Hold on. I need to find an eraser. All right, so what happened there? Okay, so we're going to back up one. We're going to go back here, and back here. I'm just going to erase that last one and the one that I just did that went a little wonky. We're going to just try and excuse me, fix this spacing here, because that's not supposed to be. Oh, excuse me. Breathed in my own snot. That's awesome. Fantastic. And you're welcome for sharing that with you guys. How generous of me to force you to participate and listen to that. I'm so sorry. But I'll probably do it again, and I promise. It's just because I'm a mindless zombie sometimes. All right. Let's try this again. All right. This goes here. But my center is here. What is happening? This is weird. Something must have happened on my compass. So I'm going to double check my measurement. And I'm going to that one went through. That one went through. So I'm going to put that back in there. Sorry, I'll come back to the comments in just a minute. I need to beat this. Oh, that's what happened. that's exactly what happened. It got moved. I've got little measurements here, and I know it's supposed to be on 2.5. You're probably going to go dizzy trying to see 2.5 in there, so please don't hurt yourself, because I'm going dizzy trying to see it. All right, so let's try this again here. So that measurement just got... Shorten the pencil a little bit when it skips. You shorten the pencil. So there. Nice, right through the center. And very close to being right through there. So we'll make it work. Two more to go. We're going to stick with close enough on this baby. All right, there we go. I might go back over this one. Nope. Okay, this is not working. We're starting over completely. This is my first time doing this. So, oh no, I think I did one drawing once. So we're learning this together. So let me erase. We're going to try it again. And I swear that my goal is to get this done and done right, so I can come back to the comments and see what I've missed. I'm so sorry, you guys. All right, so this is because we're doing this because we are catching up on the cards that I pulled from my deck, and day 10 was the flower or seed of life. So that is why we are doing the seed of life today as well. All right. I think I need to recheck these measurements every single time I do it. Okay. So that's my center right there. Okay. Lengthen that a little bit. Double check my measurement again. 2.5. So I'm going to go over here to the edge. Should go through the center. Son of a! Fine. One more time. You guys are probably yelling stuff at me in the comments of how to do this. And I'm really sorry, but I can't see them. While I'm doing something, I can't see it. All right, fine. We're going here. And we're going here. And we're lining up. This is what we're doing from here on out. Right there. 1, 2. In through the center. This is the way to do it. Move over to this intersection. Right here. Now we're in the middle. Holy bonehead. Took me a while to figure that one out, eh? Look at how much better that is. Yay! Keep going from intersection to intersection. We got this. We got this. Ding. Ding. All right, I'm going to catch up, I promise. Room is a mess. Receive the angled tools from the daughter at Depot. Oh, very cool. You like them? Oh, that's awesome. I will for sure if I do get the silicone tipped ones. I really want to try them. I've got on the ends of a couple of my nail dotting stylus tools, I've got some silicone tools there. And one of them is like, where is it? Is it you? Nope. Is it you? Yes. This one here. See how it's got that point? So I want to try doing some dotting with that because I think it would give me an idea of what the other ones might be like. Might be interesting to give it a shot. Okay, there we go. On the center. And ding, ding, ding. Jackpot, folks. Ah, ta-da! And what I'm going to do, though, is when you're using these stones, take your compass. If you want to try and create like an edge or a border to kind of keep a line on, hold it up straight and then drop your pencil to there. As long as your pencil is nice and sharp, you should be able to drag the thing all the way around and have it match up. So now I've got a nice little border around it as well. Cool, eh? All right. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing what? Why am I doing this particular design? Hopefully I answered that since you typed up your question and asked this. Clean is cool. Because it's a design from the card that I pulled from my deck. So this is a sacred geometry sign. Mandalas and sacred geometry are kind of come together. So this is another sacred geometry pattern that is kind of included in the mandala world. So this is a stone that I made from gypsum cement plaster. And thank you for the blessed poos and the bless yous. And I have some molds from Happy Dotting Company. I've made a few other different types. I'm going to be putting some of the blanks that I have available for sale on the website tomorrow at noon, along with the mugs. Got these puffy hearts. I've got this one's just painted black. It looks the same color as those. They're gypsum to paint on, and they're cool because they're flat. And these are curved and puffy. So that's something different. Little stones. I've got 4 different size stones. 3-inch, 4-inch, 1.5 inch, and 1 inch. This one's just a little flat one. These ones are cute for magnets. But these are all going to be available on my website tomorrow at noon Eastern as well. So this 4-inch one is the same as the one that I'm painting on right now. I am going to have a few of this tea light candle holder and this tea light candle holder as well. This one is 4 inches, very thick. This one is 5.5 inches and very thin, so you can see the difference there. So, yeah, so that's what I'm doing on this stone. And now I'm doing this on a stone because I knew I was going to need to draw guidelines for this design for myself. And on the mugs, I can't draw guidelines. So it was either this or canvas. Almost as graceful as choking on my own spit. Hi, Noreen. Yep, all part of the process. It wasn't intersecting at these lines in here. Hi, Barb. Hey, Covey. Hopefully this has helped. It's kind of cool, eh? When I saw how to do it, I thought, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's that easy? Was it off center originally too? Thank you, Anna Banana. I appreciate that. It's hard, right? When I'm looking at it from an angle, you're looking at it from a completely different angle, and the camera's looking at it and I'm trying to look around the camera to get at it. It's weird. So I'm glad that I switched it off and redid it. Thank you guys. You're amazing. You guys are amazing. So now we need to pick colors. And for this, I don't have to use multi-surface paints. So what I want to do is here's what I'm thinking so far. Okay, so in here, I want to follow these lines and create a bunch of lines of dots that are all the same size. I think I want to use my micro dotter for that, and I think I want to do that in gold. Then I think I want to do like swoops in here to fill this space, upside down swoops to fill this space, and then more swoops to fill this space, and then just some walking dots. What do you think? This design has given me many gray hairs. These stones are really fun to paint because they're super smooth, and I go googly-eyed over these little puffy hearts, especially the little one. Like, I'm sorry, look at how stupid cute that is. Oh, I love them. I love them. I got to get making more of them. I should be trying to get through, like, making 3 of them a day, but I've been slow. It is cool even without the paint, eh? Thanks, guys. No, you weren't rude at all. Clean is cool. Don't be silly. Yeah, Barb would smack you with a flip-flop. Don't worry. Thanks, Anna Banana. All right, so let me think colors. Let's think colors. I think I want to do What colors do I want to do the swoops in? Okay, so we're going to get the gold out first. We're just going to start with the gold. And then I think I'm going to do plum. I think I want to do a plum magenta and a blue. I think that could be cool. In color grades? Oh, cool. Like from the center out? How did that happen? That's intriguing. All right. Let's find the plum, the blue, and maybe that one. No, not that one. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Banging my head. Ouch. Gold. All right, gold. Plum. I'm using DecoArt Americana. DecoArt Crafters Acrylic, I should say, sorry. From Dollarama. And I believe I have a magenta to use. Yes, I do. Fantastic. A fuchsia, sorry. Oops. All right. So let's start microdotting. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to erase these lines just a little bit, just to make them fade into the background. And I'm going to get myself paint pots so I can put my paint out. It is tempting to do it in a color grade though. Oh well, we'll do this one first. We can always paint more of these. Can always do more. 1, 2, 3. Nope, need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Shannon. Hi, Paula. How you doing? Yeah, I totally will go look later. All right, so number 1, give it a shake. Might go in and do top dots on this eventually as well. So we have the fuchsia and this one is called African Violet. And this one is Peacock Blue. Your room is a mess. That's a lot of work to clean up sometimes. Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic, Patty. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. There we go. Peacock Blue. And gold is the other one we need. Now, my paints are not going to be puffy. Like, you're not going to get the puffy dry dots. Mine dry fairly flat. But you could, this would definitely be a cool design to do with heavier bodied paints that dry a little puffier. I'm just tracing these lines so that they're not so harsh. The reason is when I go to dot over top of these lines, it'll actually pinch in the paint. So I put the lines down and then I just get rid of a lot of the heavy spots. Just to make sure so that I can still see the guidelines, but that I don't, they're not so thick that they're going to interfere with my paint and the shapes. So there we go. All right, so let's try this. Right? Liv Coco's hello, Merry Christmas. Well, you never know what kind of energy burst you might get later on this evening. You never know. Yeah, Santa won't care either. How you doing, Noreen? Are you at home or are you still on the road traveling? And Shannon, what are you up to tonight? I am painting day 10 from my pulling cards from my Dot Mandala inspiration deck. This is the flower or seed of life. Just a quick recap, I do have some mugs over here that are going to be going up on the website tomorrow at noon Eastern. So even though it's Christmas Day, I'm still going to be getting the website updated. That's my project for tonight. After we paint together for a couple hours, I'm going to be here until 9, so another hour and a half. Then I am going to do all of my photography and create all of my product listings. You're back home, which feels good after so much traveling. You've been gone for a while, eh? You've been just running off your feet. That's so cool. Oh, thank you, Mother of Odin. Hello in Sweden. Just here on your own making necklaces. Oh, it's good to see ya. It's as good as it's going to get. That's totally okay. So excited for Christmas, are ya? That's cool. Yes, and you have us and Stanley. Very good. Great. Oops. All right, just needed, to take a drink. And let's see if I can get this up at a decent angle for us here. Hey, Jerry Lynn, how you doing, lovely? If you guys are not already following The Nun or Firechild with an E, make sure you go and follow them. The Nun, she's an incredible tattoo, henna, dot mandala, wood burning, clay sculpture, crystal necklace making goddess. And Jerry Lynn plays with fire all the time. She's a glass blower. She's badass as hell. So definitely go follow those two if you have not already followed them. You will not be disappointed. Zumafu's excited for Christmas Day too? Nice. You're welcome, Shannon. What was the card pull for this one? This one is the Flower or Seed of Life. I threw this in the deck when I was making the deck, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to get that one for a while. I haven't done one of those. So I'm going to use my micro daughter, and I'm going to start at the center, and I am literally just going to start. Actually, we could do all kinds of different ways of doing this, couldn't we? It's been a while since I've done it on something that isn't ceramic. It feels really weird. Really weird. No, I'm making my life way too difficult. Okay, we're switching tools here. We're going to the straight tool. There we go. So we're just going to slowly make our way around with this. I love that I've made so many badass new friends on here. So amazing. And your diamond painting, fantastic. That's going to be relaxing. You're coloring in a mandala coloring book, wonderful. Oh, everyone's just going to zen out then, eh? That's awesome. So tomorrow I'm going to be live at around 7 o'clock. So I know that it's Christmas Day, but not everybody celebrates and not everybody, well, not everybody is out doing all kinds of stuff. So I figured that would be a fantastic reason to go live. Totally screwed up that line. I'm going to fix that. All of my Christmas stuff will be done during the day. So by the time 7 o'clock comes around tomorrow, I'm going to be ready to sit down and paint and hang out with you guys. If you're around. And if you're not, I hope whatever you're doing, you're able to have lots of fun. And feel the love. My time zone is Eastern. Bye, Liv. You'll be there. 115 marbles. Is Randy going to help you? We have a little bit of snow on the ground. Yeah, it's kind of a dusting, not a whole ton. We've got a bit, yeah. Got some new gel pens for Christmas. Ooh, I love gel pens. Doing a sunrise inspired mug. Oh, fantastic, Mina. I have a Facebook group, and if you're not already a part of it, please feel free to join. Make sure you answer all of the questions and, agree to the group rules and everything. But if you would love for you to share, it's a wonderful little community that's grown over there. So if you'd like to join, there's a link for my Facebook group in the bio. One of my admins, my friend Kathy, she does some beginner lives every once in a while and goes over all of the beginner techniques and everything. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Look at how not round that is. Right? This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. And I feel like these dots going around all of these circles is going to take us all night. But that's okay. We got more lives. We can work on it. It is a wonderful supportive community, isn't it? Isn't it nice to know that there's room for all of us here, right? There's room for all of us. It's nice to see people wanting other people to be happy. And encouraging people. It's so nice. It's pretty special. Every time I move my arm to go dip into the paint, I hear this grinding where I've got my elbow resting on the table. So I'm just going to shift position because I'm thinking that's probably not the best thing. Bunch of snow in Idaho. Nice. Oh, that's good, Jerrilyn. I'm glad. Oh, awesome, Mina. I can't wait to see it. I know, this is so weird, isn't it, Zumafu? So weird. Did you just set an alarm? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, it'll be so good to see you. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of winter, and I always said that that's why dogs are in our lives. It's to help us appreciate the snow. If you have a dog that likes the snow, and if you don't, just dogs when you're walking around and seeing all these dogs just so stinking happy in the snow. Best thing ever. In my mind, anyway. Nothing better than a happy puppy. Maybe a happy Audrey, but she's the sourpuss today. Said anything about happy? Oh, I'm so glad, Zumafu. So glad. I like to hear that. I hope that sitting and hanging out with me for a little while is calming. So I used a white charcoal pencil. I also use watercolor pencil crayons. They're actually my favorite, but they do also have the wax, right? Because it's a pencil crayon. So you want to be careful with whatever it is that you're using. Really anything except for a lead pencil. Lead pencils are really hard to get off, though. You end up spending an awful lot of time going in with a little teeny tiny paintbrush to cover up imperfections from the lead pencil that wouldn't erase. White charcoal pencil, watercolor pencil crayon are really your best bets. You just want something you can see. I'll often use a dark gray. Because then you can, I still wait until everything is dry and then I go in with an actual eraser. But you can also go in with a wet cotton swab after as well. You have a very spoiled cat. That's amazing. I love spoiled animals. Keeps my mind from thinking. Totally. It's that, and that right there is meditation, right? I suppose a plastic cone daughter would be great for the gold. Yes. I have the bottles, and maybe I should have tried it for the bottle. We'll do another one. We'll do some more of these, and we'll try them both. I'll order some cones because I've never used the cones, but I'll order some of the cones, and I've got the bottles, and we'll do a comparison. I'll order the cones from Electric Mandala, and I ordered the bottles from Art Depot. You can use code Jamie10 at artdepot.com for 10% off. I have an affiliation with them, with Lydia. And it's JAIME10. Yeah, I really want to practice this. This is something I feel like I want to master, is going in these straight lines like this and following the lines on a stencil. So I'll have to try a little bit more of these. And I will definitely try it with the bottles. And like I said, I'll order the cones from Lucy. Yeah, this is meditative, right? And meditation is so healing. Meditation isn't quieting your mind. Meditation is focusing your mind on something that you don't have any negative feelings about, right? And the act of meditation is also recognizing when you're thinking about things that cause unpleasant emotions and feelings, and redirecting your thoughts to something that is neutral. Doesn't have to be something that's pleasant, but neutral, right? Oh, I'm so glad. Looks nice starting at the center of the arc. Oh, that's a good idea. So many different things you could try with this, eh? Well, hopefully this doesn't get too tedious because we've got a ways to go before I get to any color. Mm-hmm. All right. I've seen Fine Rosa did one as well, and in the spaces, I think they did it with white, and then in the spaces where I'm going to do the swoops, they did the random dots where you fill them in and you see all the different size dots. That's what they did there. It was pretty. It was really pretty. This part of mine took a week. So hard staying consistent in a way. Yeah, I could totally see completely zoning out on this. I love watching you do this. How do you get started? Let's try and do it in my free time. Yay, Clean is Cool is still here. Okay, good. Glad you're still here. To get started, you just need some things that you can do some dots with. So you can use things around your house like drill bits, nails, unsharpened pencils, sharpened pencils, toothpicks, barbecue skewers, chopsticks, the ends of paint brushes, the rounded ends of paint brushes, anything that's round and flat. Sorry, just taking a drink. I actually started with crochet hooks, and I had these sets of nail dotting stylus tools because I used to work with polymer clay, and they're also clay sculpture tools. And that's really all you need, and some paints from anywhere. Paints I'm using right now for this one I get at Dollarama here in Canada. Not sure if you're Canada or not. I apologize if I have been told and I've forgotten. And I love their paints. I like a matte finish too. So I'm always looking for a matte finish in my paints. So you don't need a lot. Canvas, wood, natural stone, anything you want to paint on. You can paint on, there's no rules, paint on anything you want. And just have fun with it. That's the most important part, is to have fun with it. If you're having fun, you're going to do it more. The more often you do it, the more often you're practicing. The more often you're practicing, the faster and bigger your skill grows to be. Right? Have you cleaned your room much? Have you done any cleaning of your room? Clean is Cool? Still just kind of leaving it for what it is right now. Oh, fantastic. Excellent, Kenzie. Me too. Awesome. Thanks, Barb. All right, so now we're going with this one. Oops. Hello, I love responsibilities. Is arting not cleaning? Fantastic. Looking pretty decent. Excellent. Well done, well done. Barb takes bribes, don't worry. She can be bribed for her silence. Mm-hmm. I have to keep sitting up and stretching a little bit because I'm looking at it at a weird angle for where my camera is. So I think I'm going to move you for a moment. Let's see. I'm sorry if I'm going to make you dizzy here. I'm going to try really hard not to. I'll put you here for now. Okay. Oops. Yeah. Oh. Trying not to let you fall. Oh God, my phone. Oh God. Okay. Hey, Christina. I'm trying my first Seed of Life, Christina. I have never done one before. So I'm doing my first one. My day 10 card draw was a seed or flower of life. So that is what I shall do. You've never done one either? I like drawing it. It was fun to draw it once I got the hang of it. But I could see we were talking about doing this with either the tubes like Electric Mandala uses or the bottles. So I'm going to order a set of the tubes and I'm going to try this sometime with the bottle and see what it's like for getting uniform dots. And I'm going to play with it too, see what other kind of ideas can come up with, right? I am going to use a plum, a magenta, and a blue. So I'm going to do swoops in here, swoops in here, and swoops in here. So I'm going to do lots and lots of swoops and see how she turns out. I might mix a couple color grades for each color, but we'll see. I should just use the color grade that I did for the mug this afternoon. It was actually a really cool color grade. Or I could do one, ooh, you know what would be a fun one to do is white to teal, or white to blue to teal, or white to teal to blue. That would be a cool color grade. I'm the swoop queen. You like the cones over the bottles? I've never tried them. I'm excited to try them. You liked them though? Hello, Off the Hook. How you doing? Yeah, and Barb's currently knitting these colors. Crazy. Crazy. Psychic, creepy crazy. It's no surprise, Barb. We are often on a similar wavelength. So this is where I've struggled so far, like crap like that, right? It's okay. This is the first one. Doesn't have to be perfect. But I can see why people will go back over these corners and the junctions and put in a big dot, which I am also going to do. I'm totally going to do that. So actually, I'm having an idea now. I'm thinking a color grade for each of those colors. If I've got 3 different sections that I'm going to do swoops, why not have each one a different color and do a color grade with white? Let me just scroll back. The bottles are harder to control. Oh, very cool. Oh, I haven't noticed that. That's good to know. So to figure out the size that I was going to draw on, I took my compass and my pencil and I measured, let me just pull this back here. I measured from my center out to as far as I wanted it to go. Now, luckily, I have a little measurement thing here that tells me how wide that is. So I can see that that is about 5 centimeters. So I knew that halfway, I want to cut that radius. So you're from your center to the outside edge is your radius. Cut your radius in half. So I knew I wanted to get into a 2.5. And then that's how I did it. If you don't have that measurement on your compass, then a flexible tape measure is going to be your best friend. Because then you can take that measurement, again, from the center to however far out you want to go, and then divide that in half, and then line your compass up with that measurement. I am painting on a stone that's made from gypsum, Ultra Cal 30 plaster. It's kind of like a cement-ish plaster, and it's a stone that I made out of some molds that I have. I got some molds from the Happy Dotting Company. I have, these are the blank stones when they just come out of the mold. I have this one, that's the 4-inch, the same size as what I was working on. That's the 3-inch. And this is a tea light candle holder, so the candle goes right in there. Nice and thick, about 4 inches. These are all from Happy Dotting Company. I also have a tea light candle holder mold from Dot Art Depot, which is significantly larger, 4-inch to 5.5-inch, and it is significantly flatter. So 2 different kinds. I also have little tiny stones. So I have 1-inch and 2 and 1.5-inch compared to the 3-inch. Right? These ones are cute for like magnets and stuff. You can even make little pendants with them probably. And these are larger stones, really nice to fit in the palm of your hand. Mold for this I got from Pisa Supply, Piesa. This is the little palettes, the little paint palettes that come in the little 6-packs. It looks like Legos. Then I also got this puffy heart on Amazon, and then I ordered this little one from Dot Art Depot. So now I have the 2, and I'm so excited. So excited. I'm going to start using these ones to do the paw print stones again. And I also have this one. It's a heart as well. It's just a flat one. And I'm going to have a bunch of these. So I've got a bunch of these blanks that are actually going to be going up on the website tomorrow at noon Eastern as well. I'm just okay, my mom's health. Oh, are you okay off the hook? I'm so sorry. Sending love to you and your mom. I'm so sorry. Hey, Sharon. Glad that was helpful, Cindy. If any other questions come up, let me know. Hello, Nicole. I ordered online. I actually get it from a store in Etobicoke, Ontario, called Sculpture Supply Canada. I don't know if there are other sculpture supply stores that carry it across Canada, but I would try there first to see if you have a local sculpture supply. Certainly before ordering it from the one in Toronto if you're not nearby. You can go in there, I believe, as well. I've just always paid for shipping because the amount of time it would take me to get in there and pick it up and get back would cost me a heck of a lot more than the shipping in lost time, potentially with revenue. That was crappy and lazy. Look at that. That's awful. Ugh. All right, well, we're going to keep going. Let's go. I think once I determine that something is just a practice piece, I will rush through it more because I don't feel it's necessary to give it super close attention, which is probably a really crappy attitude to have. But it is what it is. Maybe someday I'll change my attitude where that's concerned, but not today. Hi, Deb. Ooh, yeah, you totally make a bunch of this stuff. Sell them on an Etsy store. We'll buy them. Lots of us will buy them. Sell the blanks. Start marketing to the dotting community. Or paint them all yourself. Even better. See, I went too small there in comparison, but that's okay. Scroll, scroll. What's going on off the hook? Are you okay? You buy it from Etsy? It's unfortunately in Canada anyway, not something you can just get at the hardware store or anything like that, or even off of Amazon. It's super stupid expensive on Amazon. At least in Canada anyway, but there could very well be a sculpture supply store near you. But Sculpture Supply Canada is what I use. Is who I use. You buy from Jerry Lynn. You're loom knitting with velvet yarn. It's amazing. Mom will be okay. She's strong and determined. And she's got your love. You got your love backing her up. It's a good thing. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Persevere. Anybody who's new to my lives, please know that while I'm painting, I can't see my comments because I can't see my phone screen. I'm actually looking above and past my phone to see the surface of the stone while I'm dotting. So I will pause though and come back and answer any comments or questions that I've missed. Just please be patient with me and know that I'm not ignoring you if I don't answer right away. Oops. Sorry, you guys. The little cups with the lids, I get them on Amazon. They come in the little strips where they're all joined together. I've already cut a bunch off of these. These ones aren't the best because they have very soft lids. Now that I'm used to opening them, though, I can kind of get in there and get them open fairly easily. But they're not the easiest ones to open. But these particular ones, anyway. They're drying really, really fast because I'm putting my hand right over top of it the whole time. I really should be going this way. I don't even know what I should be doing, to be honest with you. Can I see all the sizes of mugs you offer, or should I go to your shop? Yeah, I don't have them all handy here with me, and because it really depends on what I have painted and what I can find at the stores, right? So for the most part, I've got 3 different kinds of mugs. Short squat ones that are 15 ounce that are tapered at the bottom. Then 15 ounce ones that are the straight up and down mugs, like some of those spiral ones that I did. And then the 15 ounce tall latte mugs. Like those are the tall latte mugs. And then we've got those shorter mugs in the background there. Oops. What was that? No, I picked some glue. There we go. So those ones like that. I'm trying making some with Quikrete. Yes, I've done that, and it's fun. It's very easy. They're heavy as shit though, so you don't want to be shipping those if you can avoid it. I always like the idea of doing some of those that are really heavy, and doing other heavy stuff and having those for like craft shows and festivals and stuff, right? Oh, we're sending you love too, my dear. To you and Mom. Thank you, Nicole Phelps. What called? I'm sorry. Deb's doing it. Just craft acrylic paints. Yeah, it is a lot of coffee. I always buy the big mugs because I'm a tea drinker, and little tiny cups of tea are useless for me. So I'm drawn to those. Sorry, Clarelle. The little cups. I just searched paint pots, and they came up on Amazon. Yes, and that's the nice part about the cement, right? Is that they are waterproof, and you're not going to have to worry about them crumbling after being out in the moisture. Plaster of Paris doesn't last at all. It'll crumble, turn to dust. Half the time it doesn't even last through traveling. I stopped using it when I had a stone arrive. It was I went to Sharon. And the stone was broken. So no more plaster of Paris. Only gypsum now, or concrete, Quikrete. And it's stupid cheap too. You can get like 10 pounds of it for like $5, if that even. Exactly. Eat ice cream out of it. Yeah, for this one I got out my compass and I did do the design first with a white charcoal pencil. Yeah, and the paint pots, you can get them at Michael's as well. Every once in a while you can find them at Dollar Tree and Dollarama. So yeah, and the ones at Michael's are very reasonably priced. I want to say you get 3 strips of 6 of the paint pots. So you'd get like 18 paint pots for $4 or something like that. That's the price here in Canada anyway. You're welcome, Clarelle. All right, let's keep going. This is still going to look cool. Are you leaving? Are you leaving clean as cool? Sending you so much love. Merry, Merry Christmas. I hope you get spoiled rotten with lots and lots of love. And know we're sending you love too. Martha Stewart of the craft world. It's so much fun to play with all that stuff, eh? There you go. See, there's lots of places. I would just look at them and call them paint pots. And you should find what you're looking for when you're Googling. Take care of yourself. Clean is cool. Sending you lots of love. We're getting there, you guys. We are getting there. Only 2 more circles to go after this one. Good. Isn't it wonderful when you can make money to support your habit? I think it's great. Merry Christmas to you too, Off the Hook. I'm sending you so much love. Lots of love to you and your mom. Whatever you guys are up to tomorrow, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I hope that you are able to do something that you enjoy tomorrow. And something little to take care of yourself, or something big to take care of yourself. It doesn't have to be little. But just be good to yourselves. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. You're most welcome. Sending you lots of love. Take care of yourself. We'll see you next time. I'm going to be back on here tomorrow night at 7 Eastern. So anybody who wants to come and hang out, I will be here. Probably only for an hour tomorrow, but you never know. Could be 2 hours like tonight. And I'm going to stay on here till around 9 o'clock Eastern tonight. So it's only 10 after 8 right now. So we're going to see what else we can get done on this. We have 2 more circles after this one, and I think I will do that border circle. Oh, this is terrible. Do. Oh, there's a hole. Every once in a while they bubble. They get some bubbles trapped in there. And you just paint over them. All right. One more. One more. You want to see the jumpsuit? Okay, I'll show you after. Ooh, that'll be fun to play. Take care of yourself, Debs. Have fun with that cricket whenever you sit down to play with it. And I hope you sleep really well tonight. Take care of yourself. How do I go about creating gradient paints? I will line up my colors and I'll figure out which are the colors that I want to have on either end of the gradient, right? Like, am I going from pink to purple, white to blue, purple to black? Like, what are those colors that I'm going for, right? And then what I'll do is decide how many steps, how many different colors do I want to see in there, in this gradient, right? And then you just start mixing different amounts of the paint. So for example, if you want to have 4 colors in between your 2 main colors, then let's say, let's say you want to have 3 colors in between your 2 main colors, right? I could take 50% of color 1 and 50% of color 5 and mix them together, and that would give me color number 3. And then 50% of color number 3 and color number 1 would give me color number 2. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to stick with a certain amount of white paint and lay out some palettes or a bunch of paint pots, and in however many paint pots as you'd like, you can just slowly start adding the same amount of white paint plus a color, right? For example, like if I wanted to go from white to red, I would start with, maybe 5 drops of white and 1 drop of red, 5 drops of white and 2 drops of red. But whatever that base is of the white is, the further away or the more you put in there, right? If I put in like half the container of white and then 1 drop of red, it's going to take me far more steps to get from white to red than if I'm just doing that 50-50 method. So it really just depends on where you want to go with that. Delicate Dots Andrea does some really cool color grades where they do just that. They just start with 1 pure color and just slowly start adding little bits more and more and more to that color until they get to the second color, and it just automatically transitions. It's really about first deciding what are the colors that you want to have in this gradient. Do you want it to go from, like what we did earlier, we went from pink to purple to blue on the mug from today. So we mixed different colors from that, from this afternoon. So start with picking what are those colors that you want to get to, that you want on the, what are the 2 pure colors that you want? Blue and purple? Okay, so then I'm going to start with mixing all of those together. And you can start mixing them together and see if they show enough of a difference too, right? You want to be able to see the difference. But even if you can't see the difference, continue go through and making the paint, because once it dries, it will be different, because it will be a completely different makeup. Okay, I'm just going to let these refresh. And now we're doing the final circle. Yeah, just gradually adding white is a great way to go. Did you frame the design on my hand? Yes, this is my abstract piece. It's conceptual. Conceptual art. This is my conceptual art. What's behind door number 4? What? No, didn't finish the mug. I haven't worked on it again. This, for Skylar, I'm just using craft acrylic paints from Dollarama. When I'm painting on mugs, I paint with multi-surface acrylic paints, but for on stones, canvas, wood, I use craft acrylics straight out of the bottle. You can also use other acrylic paints, like the heavier bodied acrylic paints, adding some pouring medium in there to get them to a good consistency for dotting. But I'm a fan of the craft acrylics and not having to do all that work of the mixing. I do want to learn how to do it one of these days, but I just don't know enough about it yet. So, all right, we're on the last one, and we can start doing some swoops. Yay! So what I'm thinking now is that I need to do a color gradient for each color. Oops. A color gradient for each color, and then do the color gradients in here. But I'm also thinking that the colors blue, purple, and pink are kind of their own color gradient on their own. My guideline is gone, so I'm winging it with this one right now. I'm just trying to move towards the intersection over here. Yay! There we go. So this has been fun figuring out that it is way harder to just dot straight along a line than I anticipated. Now I also again have erased some of the lines so I can't see them as clearly. And I'm sure that that has partly to do with it, but I can see enough of it that it really shouldn't be an issue. Not as much of an issue as it's been anyway. You're most welcome. I love responsibilities. Never could get glass paints to stick to ceramics? Huh. That's weird. I've only ever used the one glass paint, so I don't have a ton of experience with it to be able to offer much assistance, unfortunately. Sorry, totally zoning out here. I'll come back. Sometimes you got to play with different ways of doing it too. Maybe me going this way is going to feel better than coming this way and keeping a straight line. All right. That's weird, Claire. Very, very strange, Claire. I wish I knew what to tell you for that. Yeah, just trying that. What is that random white dot that you can't stop staring at? That is a hole in the plaster. Because I think I got this one wrong. This one is actually a plaster of Paris stone. Which is good, considering I don't want to ship this to anybody. It's a good thing that I'm using the stones that I don't want to sell. And that's a good excuse for a practice. But I totally get it. It's driving me crazy too. So I'm going to grab some black paint and I'm actually going to cover it up so it doesn't scream at us. Yeah, so this one's actually plaster of Paris. That's why that scratched so easily. Gypsum is significantly stronger than plaster of Paris. Like, you're not going in there and cut and carving a chunk out of the gypsum. Not without a hell of a lot more elbow grease than I'll ever be able to handle. All right, so now we're going to go around the edge. So I'm going to go like this, and we're just going to start turning it around. Yeah, I didn't realize that either. And I was looking at it thinking that it was paint that I just needed to paint, that I somehow got white paint on it. And I'm like, well, how did I do that though? I haven't used white paint. This is going to be the more tedious part. Because we got a long way to travel right now. Oops. Just put my hand in that black paint that I just put over that white dot. And then I dropped a flake of green paint into my gold paint. There we go. All right. So again, this is a flower of life. It's a sacred geometry design. And you'll often see mandala artists do this design. I don't know enough about it to really tell you much about it. But you can always Google if you're interested in reading up on about the energetic kind of almost power of sacred geometry images. I am taking a sacred geometry course. I'm not very far in it though, so I don't have a lot to share. I'm still going through some of the theory, and it's also been a while since I've looked at the course. It's one that sits on my computer and waits for me to give it its attention. But anyways, this is what I'm painting by being inspired by the card that I pulled from my Dot Mandala inspiration deck. So I challenged myself to pull a card from my inspiration deck every day for 30 days and paint what comes to. So this is day number 10's card draw. I am very behind because tomorrow is actually day 15. So I'm still pulling a card for every day. I'm just not getting them done as quickly as I had kind of anticipated, I guess. That's okay. But slowly plugging away. And the point of the deck for me, why I challenged myself to the 30 days, is I wanted some accountability, and I knew that posting it online would hold me accountable to you, which is wonderful. I wanted to become more consistent with my social media posting, which this has also helped me with. I tend to jump in and dive in and have things go great and then just completely peter out for a while. So I wanted to become more consistent with my posting, and that's definitely helping. I also wanted to paint with just some different intentionality to it, not just sitting going, what do I feel like doing, or what orders have come in and what do I have to do. It's one of the reasons why I've stopped doing custom orders, because it's really hard to just be in the moment and paint something creative when you're being told what to paint, how quickly to paint it, and what colors to paint it in. It can be really difficult. So these cards force me to really tap into my imagination, tap into my intuition, be able to sit with myself and listen to what's going on in my head, see what's going on in my head, and that in and of itself is a meditation, right? Here we go. Making progress, you guys. The tools that I'm using are called nail dotting stylus tools. They usually come in packs of 4 or 5 of them with 2 ends, all with different size metal balls on them. Also clay sculpture tools. You can get them at dotartdepot.com. You can use code JAIME10, JAIME10, for 10% off. Because I'm not comfortable enough with the bottles yet. I'm just not comfortable enough with the bottles yet. I have hardly practiced with them. And so they're not something that I use very often, so they don't really come to the top of my mind. But it's funny because we were talking about that a little bit earlier, and I definitely will try it. And I'm also going to try the tubes. I'm going to order some of the tubes from Electric Mandala and give them a shot. So yeah. They're little squeeze bottles with little tiny tips on them, so you can change out the tips to have different size, different size dispenser tips. And you just squeeze the bottles to get the paint to come out through those tips instead of dipping a tool into paint. You can get them on dotartdepot.com as well. Lots of good stencils and molds on Dot Art Depot. Like if you like the idea of doing stuff like this, where you have the design down, but you don't necessarily want to do the design yourself or make the design yourself, you can there's lots of great stencils out there. And again, dotartdepot.com is one of the places that has some great ones. Oh, cool. That'll be fun, Sharon. Very similar to the cones, yes. Now, Christina Lee was just on here earlier. She's an incredible dot artist. And she said that she actually found the cones easier to use because it was easier to control bubbles. And so she liked the cones a lot better. So I'm gonna try them both too. I think it's time. And I'm getting very close to it being time for me to try mixing some pouring medium with some heavier bodied paints and see how that goes. Delicate Dots Andrea uses syringes. So she has these plastic syringes that she uses to get the floor polish into her Christmas ornaments before coating the inside with glitter. She also uses them, I think, for adding pouring medium to her heavier bodied paints to thin them out to get them to the best consistency. So I might pick some of that up. It'd be kind of cool. The link for what? For dotartdepot.com? I'm sorry, I can't share it right here. If someone wants to type it in the comments, that might help. I don't know that it's going to be clickable, but at least it could be a copy and paste. So I've got paint all over here. So I'm actually going to grab my black. I don't think one is more important than the other, Natalie. I think that they are both incredibly important, and either one of them can massively impact spacing. I'm always trying for dot size consistency, and then paying very close attention. So I guess I look at dot size consistency first, and then look at the proper spacing and staying in line. Now that's not necessarily showing right here, but that, in theory, that is my priority. dotartdepot.com. That is where you can get the bottles. You can get the nail dotting stylus tools. They have acrylic rod tools for some of the bigger sizes. They also have stencils and molds and all of that good stuff. And if you use Jaime10, JAIME10, then you can get 10% off. Oh, that's so kind, Natalie. Thank you. You're most welcome. I don't have all the answers, but I'll do my best to answer when I can. Happy to. It's fun to talk with you guys. It's fun to sit and talk with a bunch of people who are interested in the same thing that I'm interested in. It's so nice. Don't get that with my general group of friends, you know. I can see doing this more and more, you'd get more and more practice in there, right? Oh, that's cool. I didn't even think to go to the pharmacy and be stuck on what to create. that's why we have the Dot Mandala Inspiration deck. You take the deck, you shuffle it. It's got 52 different pictures of different dot mandalas, 52 different word prompts. You shuffle it up, you pull a card, and it tells you what to paint. And if you pull the card and you go, ugh, don't want to paint that, pull another card. Just follow the joy. So these are the cards that I made. These are all the images are, there's 52. They're about the size of a tarot deck. So think tarot oracle kind of deck. And all of these images are things that I've painted in the past. So you can take inspiration from the word. You can take inspiration from the image. And the deck's available for pre-order through the link in my bio. Please just make sure you read the entire product description before you place your order. Please, please, please. I'm totally going to go to the pharmacy and ask for that. That is cool to know. Super cool to know. So I'm actually on day, this stone is because of I've been challenging myself to pull a card every day for 30 days and create a dot mandala inspired by that card. I'm not painting it that fast, but that's how fast I'm pulling the cards. And so day 10's card was flower or seed of life. So that is exactly why we are doing this. Because I totally get it. You kind of oscillate back and forth between more ideas than you know what to do with or have time to even contemplate and get through. Or you're sitting there completely stumped and paralyzed, not knowing how to go forward and what to do. So I kind of like these because it forces me to really listen to myself. Because I don't want this to not be a fun process. So if I pull a card that I don't like the prompt, I don't come up with an idea, whatever that case is, I don't force myself to stay married to that card, right? It's about listening to my intuition and choosing to do something that feels fun and or expansive, right? This one feels expansive because I've never done this before and it's something I would really like to figure out. And already I've figured out through conversations with you guys that I want to try the cones and I should do one with the bottles. So there's so much that comes from it, and it's really helping me really listen to myself and go, do I actually want to do this? Am I inspired by this? Because if I'm not inspired by it and it doesn't really get the juices going, then really it's not going to be my best work. I'll go through the motions, right? It's not going to be my best work. And I'm certainly not going to have as much fun with it as if I picked something that kind of lit me on fire a little. There we go. She's the outline. She is done. So this is the seed of life. The flower of life is just multiple, like even more going through the outside. So you end up coming up here, I believe. Can't remember how you expand on this. Maybe it's through this one and you do another. Yeah, it's this one and then you do a line. I think it comes through that way. Let's try it. Let's try it and see. So is it through this one? No. Through here. No. Well, it helps if I get it at the right spot too. So if I go through here, what happens? Yes. So this is where it would come through. It would come through like that. You'd come out over here, right? And then you keep going out that way. And you come back in here, right? So you'd keep going out further and further, and you'd keep getting these little sections here with the three crossovers. And that's the flower of life. Lately, I've been painting mostly on mugs. I used to paint primarily on canvas and stone and wood. And I do want to get back to a lot of those. I'll paint on pretty much anything though, but lately my go-to has been the mugs. That's been where I've wanting to spend the most of my time, and I have a crap ton of inventory of mugs too. Actually, the manager from the dollar store actually called me and said that she had another thing of mugs for me, so I gotta give her a call. I gotta take her mug to her too, so maybe I'll work on that and go see her sometime next week, because I'm making her a couple of mugs to thank her for helping me to get these cases of mugs. So there we go. I erased those guidelines. Design is done. And we're good. Hello, clean is cool. When you can take a break, will you show the music cup again, please? Absolutely. Sure can. Katrina, this one is the music one. Well, let me lift this up so you can have a bit of a better view. Let me move this out of the way. This one is music. I love this one so much. Looks like the internal part of a speaker. I had somebody come up with the idea that it looks like, you know, those stadiums that have the round stage and then the stadium seating going all the way around, and these are the aisles to get you down to the floor. These could be your lawn seats. I think it's one of those ones where you could kind of put it to some kind of effect and have it go. That's terrible, but I promise I'll never do that again. I'll never ever do that again. But this one is one of my absolute favorites, I think, that I've ever done. I'll be making a pattern with this for sure. For sure. And this is another great color grade, right? So we did 5 different colors of blues in here. Just very gradual. Yay! I'm glad you like it. That's going to be listed in my shop tomorrow at noon. All of these mugs. So let's just quickly go through these actually. So this was day 1. Day 1 was Giddy. Little handle, of course. So this is day 1. This is Giddy, which still makes me really, really happy. Day 2 was a 10 color minimum mandala. So this time, when you hold the mug over here, the mandala starts here. It's one of the half mandalas. So it's got I did 9 different colors through the rainbow spectrum, and the 10th color was gold. So we have that. Actually, I need to do a gold top dot on there. That needs some gold. Day 3 was top dot. So some of the cards have skills to practice. Some of them have color challenges. Some of them have just words for inspiration. So this one was top dot. So I decided to do a color grade for this one as well, because these colors on top make it look like those dots are kind of almost coming off the mug. And I love the pink on the gray. Love the pink on the gray. So that was day 3. Day 4 was inspiration from nature. I did the Christmas tree. I love the Christmas tree. And the handle. I'll be doing this one in a pattern too, because it would be cool to do those in canvases. That's day 4. Day 5 is out in the other room. Day 6 was that one. Day 7. Where did I put day 7? Let me go grab day 7. Hold on. Day 7 was... Hi, Audrey. Day 7 was well-being. So I did greens, a couple metallic greens, some gold, and a metallic brown. And that's the handle on that one. But isn't she pretty? Oh, I love this one so much. This is another one that'll be a pattern. So that's day 7. Day 8 was music. And then day 9 was colors from nature. I did the sunflower. Isn't she pretty? I love her. Sunflower. Oh, gorgeous. I love her. I'm having so much fun with these cards and with these mugs, you guys. I can hardly even stand it. Day 10 is flower or seed of life. Day 11 is gratitude. Day 12 is something inspired by my least favorite season. Day 13 is darkness. And day 14 was a three color grade, and we did this bright pink to the blue. So this one is going to grow quite a bit, and I think it's going to be another one that looks like it's glowing in the dark, which is really exciting. So I hope that's helpful. Like I said, the Dot Mandala Inspiration Deck is available for pre-order through the link in my bio. We need to get a minimum of 100 pre-orders before I can order from the manufacturer. And we are at 30. We hit 30. We got a couple more orders today and a couple yesterday. So hopefully we can get that 100 going soon, because I really want to get this deck out into your hands. It's just not financially possible to until we get that 100. So yeah, if you know anybody who thinks that that would be something that they would like, then please share the link with them. That would be really cool. There's a link in my bio if you want to take a look. And come in different sizes at the pharmacy too. That is so cool to know. And yes, the cards are on my site, Mother of Odin. Yes. All right, I'm going to take a popping in to say goodbye again. LOL. It's swoop time. All right, so we are using 3 different colors. So I think I feel like I need to do a color grade with them. All right, let's just do the first section first. Let's just do that first. Hey, Shannon. All right, let's pull this down here and let's see what we can do. Let me see if I can't. Get a little more light here. That's a little better, I guess, eh? Okay, so let's try this. I'm gonna bring you in here a little bit. So first we're gonna work on these ones here. So I'm gonna go with pink to start. And I'm gonna use my micro dotter to drag it down. Oh, it's so weird to do this on stone compared to the mugs. This feels so weird. Feels so foreign to me. That's so weird. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do some funky stuff. 'Cause why not? Right? Why not? All right. Now, Okay. So now I'm going to grab the purple. I got an idea. I know, right? It's the first time I've painted on something other than a mug. It's so weird. In a long time. A long time. Oh no, I guess I did the tables and I did the piggy banks, right? But even that feels like such a long time ago. Keep an eye out in the new year too. I do have some older inventory that I don't have listed on the site yet that I will be adding in. I'm going to do a little bit of an inventory clear out, if you will. Some of the stuff that's on my website might, but I don't know for sure yet. I've got to go through it all. But anyways, I'll be doing a old inventory clear out soon. But for the shop update tomorrow, all the mugs that I just showed you from the day 1 through day 9 of the card pulls, those as well as a bunch of blank stones and candle holders and stuff, they will all be on my website live tomorrow at noon Eastern. I've got my work cut out for me tonight to get everything, all the photography done and to get the photos edited, but and to get the listings created, but it's all good. You let me know what you want, Sharon, and we'll make sure you get it. For sure. Okay. There's that. Now, what I'm also going to do here is I am going to grab the purple, put it on either side of the pink. Like so. And I'm going to use this one right here. And this one right here. I'm changing them up with each one we do. Now I'm going to go to this one. Mm-hmm. Purple. So these are fairly dark and they're going to dry fairly dark on the background. So I'm going to go in at some point with some lighter colors and do like some top dots and maybe some top swoops after it dries a little. I'll make sure that if we don't do that on a live, I'll make sure that I film it at the very least. So then we are going to pink. I'm doing pink here. I'll come back to the comments in a few minutes, I promise. Yeah, these are drying really, really dark. So I'll have to go back in. There we go. I'll have to go back in with some brighter colors. And that happens sometimes when they're not super opaque even too, right? It can happen. I like doing this and switching up the color of the order color as we go around. Because, again, Why not? It does look pretty with the gold around it though, doesn't it? Okay. So we'll take that. Let me go back in again with the small, and then I will come back and catch up with you guys because I have been away from the comments for a little too long. Then we will keep going. So we only got about 10 minutes left. So you know what? I'm going to just paint for another couple minutes. I'm going to try and get the blues on here. Let's get this first row done. Then I will come back to the comments, catch up on everything. Is it bread? No, this is a stone made from plaster of Paris. You want a hurricane lamp? That is not in inventory as of yet, but we will figure something out. So I'm using craft acrylic paints. All right, so now I'm using blue. Blue and blue. I have to finish that first before I can put it in inventory for you. Before I can do that. I will eventually, I promise. I totally get it. You might not believe me though. Because I know I've said that before. All right, blue. I find too that when you first do a design, how you lay down the colors can teach you a lot for future designs, right? Like I'm already thinking I don't like that that the blue or that the pink is going to be the outside, or the blue is going to be the outside color in these swoops on 2 out of the 3 swoops. In theory, in my head, I should have one where the pink is the outside color, one where blue is the outside color, and one where purple is. But I didn't do the order that way, so it's not going to look like that. And that just needs to be okay right now. But I'm learning for the next time what I do want to see. Right? I really want to get these done to show you. And because I want to see too. I really want to see this part done before we sign off. So I'm just going to keep powering through, you guys. Ah, thanks, Sharon. Yeah, brightens it nice, eh? All right. And now we go here. Right, this is also showing me that these colors aren't showing up great on a black background. So I need to be aware of that in future projects too, right? The other thing with plaster of Paris is that it soaks up the paint too, right? So that's not going to help with this because a lot of this paint is getting absorbed right into the surface. That's okay because this is our practice one. This is the one we play with. And we figure out what we like and we don't like, and then we come back again and we switch things up and we see if we like it a little bit better and make decisions from there, right? So now I need blue here, blue here, blue here, and here, and here, and here. Oops, and here, and here. There we go. Doing all right so far. We are going to go from blue to purple to pink on this last set. So we are going to go back to the blue, the purple, and we are going to swoop it up. Ding, ding, ding. Over here. So this would be really cool with like the blues. I think the purples and the pinks are ones that, and reds are ones that I tend to have the most trouble with as far as nice opaque colors or having them show up on the background. I find that purples, pinks, reds, sometimes even oranges can be really bad. But you'll get to know which colors tend to cause problems and kind of either avoid or work them into your design from there. But looks kind of cool for so far, doesn't it? Okay, so we still need the purple out because the purple is going to go here and here. Ooh, some kind of paint booger in there. When there's big clumps of dried paint in the paint, I call them paint boogers. All right, there we go. Now we go in with the pink. And then, so then in here, I'm gonna do reverse. So I'll move it around. I'll do blue here, pink here, purple here, however, right? And make it opposite, going this way. And then I'm going to do swoops going in this way in here again. Yeah. I'm going to add a gold into that outer one. Okay, let me grab the last swoops here. There we go. Looks pretty good. Try again over here. And then over here. Oops, that paint just ran together. Whoops. Oh well. Okay. What do you think, you guys? This is alright, eh? Not bad for the first attempt at this pattern. It's kind of cool. All right, now I'm gonna add in the pink in here and in here and in here and in here. And I think I will probably even go in and create some spots for some top dots. I think I'll end up taking these three colors and creating some color gradients with some lighter colors to add into this, because I think it could be really cool to stick like, here actually this is what we're gonna do. At least for the first one, I'll show you what I mean. How big are you? No, we're gonna go to a size 7. So I'm gonna take the purple and I'm gonna use it to create a center dot. And then I'm gonna make sure that I come back in after and I do a lot of top dots on it to make it really stand out. Now the other option that could actually be really cool could be if I was to take, for example, if I was to take that gold, right? Oops. Take this gold. Right, and then I can alternate and put one of the other colors on top of this. So it's actually going to look like jewel stones when I add in all the top dots and everything. That's kind of cool, eh? Let's keep going. Ding. 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 Okay, so we're definitely going to keep playing with this. This might be tomorrow's project. And then I'm actually going to go through and right here on this border create that right there. Oh yeah, I'm going to make this look like jewels. This is going to look like just absolute precious gems. So I'll keep you guys posted because this one's going to be cool. I'm going to create a lot of dimension with top dots. When this center dot's actually dry, I'm actually going to go over it with gold, and then I'll go in and do purple with a bunch of color gradients on top of that to make it look like a gemstone in a gold casing. That's kind of where I'm thinking anyways. All right, so let me scroll and catch up on comments. I'm so far behind. I'm so sorry, you guys, because it is almost time to sign off. So Kathy, this is a stone that I made out of plaster of Paris, which is a type of powdered plaster you mix with water, and put it into a mold to make the stones. I now actually use what's called gypsum powder, which is actually a lot stronger and a lot smoother. And they come out of these molds, and they even have the center marked for you. And I make all kinds of stuff with this stuff. I make little heart stones, little minis, other little minis, these heart stones that are flat as opposed to the puffy ones, tea light candle holders, all that sort of stuff. So I actually have some available on my website as well if you need some blank stuff to paint on. Thank you, LGBTQ25. Thanks, Patty. It does look like a mask, right? Like a Mardi Gras kind of. Like I need to have dripping tassels, or like a pillow that Cinderella's shoe gets put on or something. Thanks, Noreen. It does make the gold pop. That's a really good point. Yeah, totally does. Thank you, Gilded Leo. It's good to see you, my friend. No, I totally know exactly what you mean, Tats Web. I totally get it. Yeah, against the black, it steps out. So yeah, don't worry about that. I know what you mean, exactly. To swoosh with. So I put the paint down on the surface with a nail dotting stylus tool. They come in little sets that have double-ended tools with little metal balls on the end. So that's what I drop the paint down with. And then I use this clay sculpture tool. We call it a micro dotter in our little world here, but it's a clay sculpture tool. And I use this to pull the paint down into the proper shape. You can use, I used to use really sharp toothpicks. I used to also use really sharp pencils. I even made this for myself where I took a sewing marking pin and snapped off the end and stuck the end in an eraser. And I used to use this to pull my swoops down. I still use it sometimes. I just This one I had a lot more control of because it's a much finer point than this. This I've just gotten used to now, but this one's a much finer point. So start with something as sharp as you can possibly find. Scoring tools. You can get scoring tools at Dollar Tree. I got this one in a pack of 2. There was 2 of these puppies in there. Hope that helps. Thanks, Reese Cat. Felt like Bob Ross was going to say happy accident. I can totally see why you would have felt like that. Oh, thank you, Noreen. I think it looks cool, eh? It's looking really cool. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Jerry Lynn. Thanks, Sharon. It does pillow. Yes, a pillow for Princess Jasmine. Yes, yes, yes. Oops. Let's just see here. Oh, good. I'm glad that it brightens it good and you can see it well. Excellent, you guys. I am really, really happy with what we've accomplished here. So this, again, was card pull number 10. I have been pulling a card from my Dot Mandala inspiration deck every day. Challenged myself to 30 days. This was card pull number 10. Day number 15 is actually tomorrow. So I am not painting them as fast as I am pulling the cards, but we are getting a bunch done. So this is number 10, which was the seed of life. This is well-being. The greens and the golds. We've got all these babies back here. All these mugs. They will all be going up on the website tomorrow at 12 Eastern. So if you're in a shopping mood on Christmas Day, they will be going up, as well as some blank candle holders and stones, all that stuff in the back. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I hope you have yourselves a wonderful day tomorrow and a lovely rest of your evening tonight. I am so appreciative that you chose to come and take your time out of your day to spend it hanging out with me while I paint. Thank you so much for that. I'm so incredibly grateful for you guys, and I'm super excited to just keep going with these card pulls. If you want one of the Dot Mandala inspiration decks, they come in a little black velvet bag, and there are 52 cards, and the 52 cards have 52 unique word prompts that you can use to be inspired into some painting of a mandala. There's skills, there's colors, and then there's emotions and other things like that. And other inspiration, I should say. And then there's also, each card has a different unique image of one of my paintings, so that you can choose to take inspiration either from the word, or you can take inspiration from the image on the back. Maybe it's the color combo, the design, what I'm painting on, all kinds of good stuff. Remember that guitar? Remember when I did the guitar? That was so much fun. I really need to do some more of those. So this is the Dot Mandala inspiration deck. You also get an invite to a private Facebook group where you can share, and we can share what we're working on. And those mugs are going up on my website tomorrow. The link is in my bio, noon Eastern Standard Time. And again, whatever you're going to be doing tomorrow, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I hope that you are able to spend some time doing something that you absolutely love. And if you want to come hang out with me again tomorrow night, I will be back here at 7 o'clock for at least an hour, maybe 2. We'll see how tired I am after the day tomorrow, and see how tired all you are too. But thank you again so much for coming to hang out with me. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season as well. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you, whatever holidays you celebrate, if you celebrate anything, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and sending you tons and tons of love. You know where to find me if any questions come up. I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.